emergency. We are depressurized. We do need to return back to. We have 177 passengers.
That is the pilot of Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 last night speaking to air traffic control after a portion of the plane blew off shortly after takeoff, depressurizing the plane. Passengers put on oxygen masks as the plane returned to Portland Airport. That aircraft is a Boeing 737 MAX 9. An investigation is now underway, and the FAA has stepped in to temporarily ground all of the new 737 MAX 9 planes for all airlines. KTVU's Bailey O'Carroll joining us now with more. Bailey.
Christina, good evening. You heard that cockpit audio on that Alaska Airlines flight from Portland to Southern California. They did have to make that emergency landing when the section of that plane blew off. Now that same model is being grounded all across the U.S.
This was just totally shocking, and kind of wow was the biggest thing I could think of, because planes don't normally do this. This is extremely rare.
It's something very few ever thought they would see. A section of a commercial Alaska Airlines plane exploding out of the side 20 minutes after the plane took off from Portland, Oregon. A young boy's shirt flew off his body, and passengers reported that their phones were sucked from their hands and out of the plane. Oxygen masks dropped down, and the plane returned, making an emergency landing. Everyone on board surviving. Aviation expert Mike McCarran explained what those passengers were experiencing.
It's called explosive or rapid decompression. Basically, the interior of the cabin has much higher pressure than the outside air. So it's basically everything within, it's not tied down within about 10, 15 feet. It's sucked right out the aircraft. What the pilots want to do, they want to get down below 10,000 feet where there's breathable oxygen.
So what caused the plane to come apart? The airline has not said exactly what went wrong. But as a result, the FAA grounded almost all Boeing 737 MAX 9s.
But the first thing to do is they're going to be looking at the aircraft that had the problem, looking at Boeing's construction records and how the plane was constructed to begin with. So they're going to go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, and they'll eventually find what caused this. Metal fatigue, improper maintenance, improper assembly, whatever it may be.
McCarran said they will then have to determine if this is a one-off or a fleet-wide issue. According to the New York Times, there are 215 MAX 9s in use right now. A third of those are operated by United and Alaska Airlines. Because of this, flights all over the country have been disrupted.
I got a text at about 3:30 this morning saying your flight from Orlando has been canceled, which obviously isn't where I'm flying out of. I was flying direct San Diego to JFK. Was a little confused, opened the Alaskan Air app, saw that my flight had been canceled, and then proceeded to spend 3 hours on hold.
Connor O'Carroll, who's flying from California to New York, waited on hold for 3 hours with Alaska. He never got through, but he eventually was rebooked by the airline, now having to travel through SFO, getting to his destination a day later than he anticipated, but he understands why.
That's a plane that's had a lot of issues, so better safe than sorry.
Now, McCarran told me that the Boeing 737 MAX 9 could be grounded for a matter of days. It could take weeks. He says you just don't exactly know. You may remember that the previous model, the MAX 8, was grounded for 2 years after 2 fatal crashes involving a different flaw. In the newsroom, I'm Bailey O'Carroll, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Must have been so scary for those people up in the air. Bailey, thank you.